Hello everyone, I need to apologize, but my last save file crashed during test mode and I lost the run, so I'd like you to meet the Root Outers. So, my first thought is that the squad doesn't look super strong, but I may be a bit spoiled by some of the other squads I've played recently. Also, I've been suggested to use some pilots I haven't used before, so have this creepy spider necromancer guy. Yeah, I don't know. We'll hopefully the spider thing will help. Sawblade mech here is well, I don't know if I've ever dreamed of a building immune upgrade as hard as I'm dreaming it right now, but we'll see what happens. At least it flies. And then this here is Rooting Beast. If you remember Gunk Creepers, this does have also have the gimmick where it has the Devour thing instead of Repair. It can eat 1 HP enemies as a free action. Technically, it can also eat 1 HP buildings as a free action, but I mean, really? Also, this weapon is probably... I mean, my initial thought is that this is probably the best weapon the squad has. The, round the corner push thing, I like it. Anyway, so let's see. Vertex. Oh, we got Moths and Sonic Scions, but it could be worse, I think. Watchtower. Normal Vec ain't too bad. That, by the way, the boss is Bactra from the film Godzilla vs. Mothra. Which, yeah, apparently the backstory is that thousands of years in the past, ancient humans created a weather control device. So the Earth itself, like the literal planet Earth, got pissed off and spawned Bactra to fuck it up and fuck them up. Yeah, there's not much I can add to that. That does sound like the perfect origin story for a kaiju movie. Anyway, Nautilus doesn't look too bad aside from that, mosquito asshole. Candyland, though, honestly, with the swarmers and the fly that starts with low HP, this is probably the best I'm going to get for starting King Island. I know I did Candyland first last time, but oh well. Okay, killing 7 enemies might be tricky, but we'll figure something out. Unless we don't. You know how it is. But in the meantime, pinatas. Okay, so, okay, the pinatas are not massive, so pushing them into the milk will probably kill them, right? I assume. Here. Maybe I should be putting Sylvan Mech here so I don't. On the other hand, there's relatively few long-range Vec here. Excuse me. Wow, rude. Okay, so my first thought is I should probably have the Rooting Beast slam a Swarmer into the other Swarmer, but, Let's see, doing this helps, certainly, but my positioning's fucky. I could have done this better, I'm sure. Actually, I could just have the Rooting Beast eat one of the Swarmers and then attack the other. And then the rest of these guys are, easy meat. Well, I hesitate to say easy meat, but at least... I can just, yeah. Eat this loser. Oh, whoops, forgot I got this guy. Oh, right, because he's next to Sylvan Mech, even though Sylvan Mech wasn't the one who killed him. Okay, so I'm gonna need to move the spiderling before I actually do anything with Rooting Beast, but that's fine. Yeah, this is about as good as I'm getting on this. Since Sylvan Mech isn't in a perfect position for a really good move here. Now, who do I want to do what with here? It almost doesn't matter. I suppose I may as well go here. Not the ideal first turn, but I've had worse. And I may as well save the spider until I need him, because I believe I only get one per turn, or one per battle. Okay, so... Hang on, when does the Winter Science thing pop? After the Vec attack. I could just... Yeah, I mean, if I just get Sylvan Mech out of the way, then he pulls this guy. Or I could Glade Tango right then. And, Or... First I could do this. I'll probably have Sawblade Mech do that, because it's awesome. And then... Just trying to think what the best way to approach the rest of this is. Number 4 needs to be out of lane F, of course. Though I could have Rooting Beast just, start shoving things. Alright, Hang on, let me triple check. Yeah, once permission. Okay. Yeah, I could have Rooting Beast shoved this guy down, though I'm... So I might actually consider killing the Scion here. Just because the Blizzard thing is getting annoying. But I suppose I can just do this. And... Actually, I could just kill this guy and shove him, or hit this guy and make him die on the spawn, but probably not worth it under the circumstances. Have I mentioned lately that I wish the Sawblade Mech had a building immune upgrade? Even so, I'm sure I'll manage. Like, he can just kill these things right now. Heck, I could do the Pinata now. If I did this, then what? Then this guy... It's a little awkward, because if I Glade Tangoed the Pinata here, then I'd get shoved into the corner. I might actually have the Spiderling kill the Pinata. Just because... Seems a little simpler. Or better yet, I could just do this with the Spiderling, and then spawn block over here and have an easy last turn. Well, relatively easy. Probably don't need Sawblade Mech to be taking all the XP, but you know. Anyway, guess we're done here. Okay, so the prototype Chocolate Bomb might be a little tricky for Sawblade Mech. This one, at least, well, has slightly more room for Sawblade Mech to fly around on. Might need to use the milk aggressively, though. Or just have Sawblade Mech start killing a lot of swarmers. Also an option. Where do I want the Ridding Beast? Here? Technically, I could have him here. It's not like there's any webbers. So, and starting on the gum is not my favorite plan. I don't know, probably should have put the saw blade where Ridding Beast is. I'm overthinking this. Or underthinking it. I can never tell which I'm doing at any given time. Okay, so boosted and launched. Shiny. So hypothetically, if I did this, then I'd be able to do that. And then Ridding Beast could smack the gastropod into that one swarmer. I don't really want to Glade Tango onto a gum tile, though. Though I could just Glade Tango the gastropod and have the Ridding Beast do, like, shoot through that. Oh! Okay, maybe not quite like that. As far as I can tell, yeah, the Ridding Beast can shoot 2 out and shoot 2 over. The big limitation, so far as I can tell, is that it, how do I phrase it? Sorry, the corner has to be turned on an empty tile. If there's something that can take damage in the corner tile, then that'll be hit. Yeah, kind of awkward letting this thing slide, but not worth burning the spider on, and really, Sylvan Mech seems a bit limited compared to Swap Mech, but I suppose I've heard it argued that Swap Mech may be a bit on the strong side. Now, alright, my thought is that perhaps I will have Ridding Beast slam the Alpha Gastropod onto this spawn, which will kill this guy. And then Sawblade Mech can probably get up here and kill the Swarmer. Well, one's gonna hit here, so that's a little... Oh wait, if Sylvan Mech ends up somewhere else, then it's fine. Alright, if this guy's gonna be here and kill this guy, and then there's one more coming up. If 2 Vec die this okay, yeah, it's not a problem to block this one spawn this turn. Oh, right, Rooting Beast is going to have a bad time here, but that's okay. Besides, it's a cyborg. I should probably let Sylvan Mech actually get some XP here. Although Rooting Beast should. Okay, I'm thinking I'll have Rooting Beast eat the fly, then move here and push the gastropod here, and then Sylvan Mech can kill the gastropod. What a awkward setup this whole thing has been. Still. Got one mission accomplished for the squad that doesn't do that much damage. Oh, okay, that's a lot of... Okay, so... Huh, okay. Actually, Sawblade Mech hardly needs more XP, does he? That's probably enough kills. Yep, that guy's just like that. Alright, Neckmites off the mechs. Maybe Sawblade Mech doing some collateral damage is worth it. Also, the spider is gonna get stuck real quickly here, isn't he? Hang on, do I want to move somewhere else to get these clowns lined up suitably? Maybe? Ish. I suppose the other question is, does milk wash off the mites? It probably does. But I can't say as it's something I've had cause to ask about before. Alright, so if I do that, it will, at the very least, be humorous. Then I could have the Rooting Beast ram a gastropod into another gastropod, and Sylvan Mech pick up a spare. Now, I believe if I tried to do it from here, yeah, like I said, because the mountain can take a hit, you can't corner on it, but you can do... Alright, may as well get him there. Huh, that's a lot of milk toss. Not that I'm complaining or anything, just, you know. Alright, so, I believe that spawn isn't spawning. I could just get the spider out of the way. Then... Actually, I could, I could have the spider kill this fly, then have, Sawblade Mech, well, go down here, you know, kill the scion and end up on this spawn to get his mites off. And then, actually, I was just thinking, you know, I might leave Sylvan Mech there just so he gets his mite off as well. But I was just thinking if I had Sylvan Mech, Glade Tango, the Alpha Fly here, then I could have Ridding Beast slam the go here, put the Alpha Fly into the other fly. And then I think the Ridding Beast would be the only one in need of the mite thing. Also, having that mountain out of the way is actually kind of nice. Oh, fancy. Okay, momentum. I don't think it has movement 4 yet, but it presumably will. Vampire. Hard to go wrong with Vampire. This squad I don't think has high core requirements. Still, I think momentum is hard to go wrong with. There will be plenty of times when, especially since Ridding Beast's positioning is flexible. I just need to get that movement upgrade, and I was always going to want it. The best part is you can see the tiny little cereal bits in the milk. That's how you know it's the most delicious milk of all. Alright, so I could just have Sawblade Mech do both these assholes. Wait. Oh shit, he's on the gum because I wasn't paying attention. And I'm an idiot. And, wow, can't even target anything when there isn't a unit present? How annoying. Yeah, okay, that one's on me for not paying attention to the gum. So I guess I may in fact be doing the Sawblade. But it's okay. Oh, forgot I can't just do a normal heal with the Ridding Beast. That's troublesome. Maybe I do need to eat the spider. But I can save that idea for next turn. Because the spider's right there. If that turns out to be the most suitable plan, I can just eat it at the start of the turn. And then we can all pretend like I'm not an idiot who planned this out poorly. Well, I can pretend that. You can do what you want, jerks. Okay, so, I could have the Ridding Beast go here, eat the fly, and then push the gastropod in the water. Then the spider could shove the gastropod onto this milk tile, and then, I don't know. I don't know if it's the optimal play, but I want to make sure I get those mites, so let's not fuss too much here. Also, interesting how the auto kill on the spider dying sets things on fire. Okay, and this guy should burn to death as long as I do this. Ooh, fancy. Okay, does not need jump jets or pontoons. I guess I'll take cheap plating. Though I can always swap pilots around, but you know. Cheap plating's not bad, especially since Sawblade Mech will end up in some awkward positions. We all know what's gonna happen. Also, I'm not sure if the range +2 on Rooting Beast is +2 each direction, or +2 total, meaning like 3 one way and 3 the other. And oh boy, this is gonna be a fucker. I suppose Glade Tango's gonna get a workout here, right? But I really want the rep, so fuck my life. I'll just do this, and then this is gonna end badly, but oh well, if I fail the mission, I fail the mission. Excuse me. Okay, so this might be a problem, actually. Although... okay, I can't do this because that's the time pod gone. And I can't get up here properly because... yeah, okay, I might be screwed on this one and I didn't think it through properly. That's completely and if I could push, well, if I were willing to move onto the gum, I could push this guy here, but I assume I'll still get dinged for putting the Swarmer onto the spawn tile, or onto the picnic blanket tile. Now, and no, like, for a second I had the crazy thought of, oh wait, well, I could devour the Swarmer, but that's still a kill. Okay, yeah, I might just be boned on the objective here. Also, I can't stand here and take the hit in any case, so... yeah, I definitely should have put Sylvan Mech up top and Rooting Beast down bottom. But there is probably no point in... hang on. What, if anything, could I... okay, hypothetically, to use an extreme idea, if I were willing to do this... this is already stupid, but if I did that with Sawblade Mech, then I could theoretically put Rooting Beast here, Glade Tango with it, and then shoot like this and push it off the blanket. It is debatable whether that's remotely worth doing, but it would theoretically work. Oh, I forgot the spider. I might be better served if I'm already... now, I could just use it like this, I guess, and then what? And then maybe have him attack the Swarmer off there, and then what? Put the Rooting Beast here and smack this guy into the Swarmer, because that'd work. Or would it count as a death on the tile if I do this? I genuinely don't know. If it does, I'm undoing. Guess it doesn't. Good. Well. Oh, hey, and I haven't even used this. Who's Simon yet? I guess I'm picking this up. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I didn't need to do the Glade Tango thing. That would have been even more embarrassing. And that was pretty embarrassing already. Okay, so the gastropod needs to be moved, but... yeah, this is gonna be messy, because I can't let the... okay, let me think here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah. There's no good answer to this guy that it doesn't involve the Rooting Beast. Oh, I could get up here and then devour the fly. But then what? I guess I could push the gastropod off here, but then... and then have the others just pretty much curb stomp it. Like, you know, everybody fucking up this one gastropod. Because I don't see another play here. Because, like, if I put him here, the Swarmer dies on the blanket. Knocking him down here, putting him left or right still doesn't work. I guess I could have Sylvan Mech do the Swarmer over here then, but then what? Then almost anything I do with the gastropod is going to involve one of my units taking, or a building taking the hit. But either way, the fly's got to get eaten. Now, how do I want to play this? I suppose I can just, Glade Tango him here, and then have Sawblade Mech fly up 1. I don't like it, but I like the alternatives less. And the worst part is the Winter Scion's about to put out that fire, so that tile is still a valid Vec target. I always think the Winter Scion isn't that big a deal, and then it turns out it is. Okay, so it looks like this Swarmer wants to be dinner, which is okay. You know, we all got our priorities in life. Now, if I did this with the Sawblade Mech, then that would put some damage out, but I think I would still need... then I could have Rooting Beast, I think, eat the Swarmer, go here, and then push the gastropod off. And then I could Glade Tango this gastropod down to lane B. I believe that works. Ooh, even better, I can eat the Winter Scion while I'm here. I'm starting to see the advantage. You know, I have played the other squads with a beast unit, but I am being reminded of the advantages of the Devour mechanic. Anyway, Simon's the one who needs the XP most, so I could have him do the fly. And yeah, the beast needs the XP least, so he can do this. And, right, I did get the time pod, so let me think. Do I just want to do move on the rooting beast? That might honestly be my biggest benefit. Oh. Okay, look, lady, that was at least half not my fault. Like, the Winter Scion was doing things to that blanket. Adjacent non-building tiles, I'm not sure why I would even want that. That seems like a net neutral at best. So, yeah, momentum, I'm inclined to take the move. Especially since I'll need to, you know, get stuff done around... I mean, okay, some of these upgrades are pretty sweet. But I want the damage from momentum, so... Let's see what I can do with this piece of shit snake. Oh wow, I always forget how little health he has. Excuse me. Like this? This is gonna be messy, but we'll figure it out. Unless we don't. You know how it is. Okay, so what? Cobra Leader is what? 2 damage, but also hits diagonals. So wait. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, 2 damage, right. Okay, so... Yeah, wouldn't quite be able to reach the Cobra Leaders with that, sorry to say. Or here. Now... And Sawblade Mech is not going to get a lot done from where he is. Could just do like this. Hang on, I could have the... No, wait. I was thinking about getting here and pushing the Cobra up, but I can't quite do that. If I were willing to eat the 2 damage from the Cobra Leader, I could pop him into the Gastropod's attack range. Which would admittedly be pretty funny. And then I could smack the one into the other, which would also be pretty funny. That might actually be a correct action here, let me think. Yeah, shut the hell... Oh, acid? Well, whatever. There we go. I mean, the rest of this battle is gonna get a little messy, but... Dead boss is dead boss, right? Oh, whoops. Yeah, that was a mistake. But I'll figure it out. Might need the spider to do something here anyway. Yeah, I'm already... And yeah, definitely a dumb mistake here, but okay, so... Sawblade Mech would take the hit safely, so I could just do these guys right now. Then have maybe the Spiderling, since he has to act quickly, free the Rooting Beast, who could then... 1, 2, 3... Yeah, I mean, Rooting Beast could kill one of these and the Sylvan Mech gets the other. Sadly, I don't think Rooting Beast could devour and then get the other, because a corner would have to turn on a building tile, and he can't do that. Fortunately, yeah, because of cheap plating, I don't... Sawblade Mech is free to eat a hit here. And... Okay, I really do wish I could get... I didn't end up on the gum tile with what I was about to do. But I don't think Rooting Beast can get to this guy. Although he can hit this guy from there, which is kind of cool. Oh, that's fascinating. Well, no, wait, this guy's still going to be on gum anyway. Well, let's not talk about all my fuck-ups here. Aside from all those things, it's been a perfectly good turn. Battle, whatever. Alright, so I'm just gonna get up here and repair or something. Sawblade Mech could just go here, or... Alright, Rooting Beast can just eat one and shove the other, so it's all good. And the Gastropod can fuck off. You know, Rooting Beast hardly needs more XP, but I mean, they're practically jumping into its freaky Rosemaw. I'm not sure I even need Sawblade Mech to do this. If I do this, and then push. There. Now give Simon his damn XP. He's earned it by now. Okay, so Skilled would be a good idea, really. Vigor couldn't hurt. I mean, Rally's never a bad pick, honestly. But Skilled, I mean... Yeah, I can't go wrong with Skilled. And I'm going to need all the move I can get with this, you know, adjacent swap thing. I mean, I'm sorry, but there's a reason we always take +1 range first on swap mech. Of course, swap mech also doesn't do damage, but you know, oh hey. Okay, Abe, it might be a good pick for Sawblade Mech, actually. I mean, cheap plating's well and good, but also, Ralph doesn't count because I spawned in Simon for free at the start of the run. So I cannot in good conscience use anything I would sell Ralph for. Which is to say I'm selling him and not using the rep I got for him. Anyway, I feel like I have to take the range here. Let me just check how this works. Okay, yeah, so it's 3 and 3, but still more than worth it, honestly. And I probably want Cutting Edge on Sawblade. And yeah, I'm thinking take the range and then Cutting Edge and move on... Oh wow, I just realized Cutting Edge won't even damage itself with Abe in the cockpit. He's just so good at assassination, he can self-damage himself without health and dodge it. Anyway. Yeah, this is going to be a nice one to have. Still not a huge amount of damage, but it's something. And we're casting Ralph into the outer darkness. Anyway, thank you for watching. Join me next time for part 2.